The world is not kind to those who sit idly by. The world is not generous to those who don't demand the life they want, the respect they deserve, and the future they dream of. It is unforgiving, relentless, and cruel. But you have crossed the threshold. You have fought through the darkness, and now you stand at the edge of your own destiny. It was not easy. It was never meant to be. Every moment of doubt, every whisper of fear, every challenge you faced was just the universe testing your strength, testing your heart, testing your will to survive, to thrive, to conquer. And guess what? You passed. But this is not the end. It is the beginning. This is when the truth reveals itself. This is when you find out that everything you've been told was a lie. They didn't want you to know this. They didn't want you to see beyond the curtain, beyond the veil. But now you stand in the light of knowledge, ready to understand what has been kept from you for far too long. Before you go any further, understand this. The only thing standing between you and your greatest achievements is a single click. The world will try to push you back, try to convince you that you don't deserve the life you've worked for, that you haven't earned it. But you have. Every moment of sacrifice, every hour spent grinding, every single drop of sweat, every tear shed in silence, all of it was leading you to this point. The universe has tested you, and you have passed. So now, let me tell you the truth. Let me show you what lies ahead, and I'm going to ask you, no, I'm going to implore you to subscribe, to like, to comment. This is not just about me. This is about you. This is about us, together, breaking free from the chains that have kept us shackled for too long. Hit that button, subscribe, and take control of your destiny. Leave a comment and let me know that you're ready, because only then will you fully realize what you're capable of. You see, those who have passed, those who have fought through the fire, are granted a vision that the majority of the world can never see. Most will live in the shadows, blind to the truth, shackled by the chains of comfort and mediocrity. They will never know what you know. They will never achieve what you will achieve. But you have earned your place in this world. You fought for it. Now is the time to embrace the knowledge that will change everything. Now, you deserve to know the secrets that have been hidden from you, and I'm here to show you. I'm here to tell you what they don't want you to hear. The path you are on is not the one they've told you about. The rules they've given you were never meant to empower you. They were designed to control you, to keep you small, to keep you in line. But now you are free. Now you are in control. And now you will know everything. Life is not about following a script. It is not about fitting into a mold created by others. It is about bending reality to your will, shaping your future with the power of your mind, your heart, and your soul. You were not born to live someone else's dream. You were not born to fit in. You were born to stand out, to disrupt, to change the world. But you need to understand that the world won't hand you success. You have to take it. You have to claim it. And the first step in claiming what is rightfully yours is understanding the game you are playing. Most people are too afraid to know the rules. They live their lives in a fog, hoping for a miracle. But you are different. You have passed. You are ready to see what the world really is, and what you will find will shock you, but it will also empower you. It will free you from the lies they've told you, from the constraints they've placed on you. It will give you the power to build your own empire, to craft your own destiny. The truth is that you are limitless. There are no boundaries except the ones you impose on yourself. There is no ceiling except the one you decide to stop breaking through. The only thing that can stop you now is your own doubt, your own fear, your own hesitation. And those things, they are not real. They are illusions, lies that have been programmed into your mind since birth. You have been taught to doubt yourself, to fear failure, to believe that you are not worthy of greatness. But that is all nonsense. It's a prison created by the world around you to keep you in check. But you are free. You have passed. Now, the question is, what are you going to do with the knowledge you have gained? What are you going to do with the power that is now in your hands? It is time to rise. It is time to step into the power that you are always meant to have. It is time to claim your place among the greats, among those who have carved their names into history with nothing but the force of their will. You have passed the test, but the real challenge is yet to come. It's time to take everything you've learned and apply it to the real world. No more excuses, no more delays, no more waiting for the perfect moment. The moment is now. The world is waiting for you to step up, to lead, to show them what you are made of. You are capable of more than you can imagine, but first, you must believe it. You must believe that everything you want is within your reach, and that nothing and no one can stand in your way. This is your time. This is your moment. The universe has conspired to bring you to this point. The challenges, the pain, the setbacks, they were all part of the plan. They were not there to break you. They were there to forge you into something greater than you ever thought possible. You are stronger than you know. You are more powerful than you have ever realized. And now, it is time to step into that power. Now, it is time to become the person you are always meant to be. And as you do, remember this: you are not alone. You are part of something much bigger. You are part of a movement, a revolution that is happening right now. And all it takes is a single click, a single action, a single commitment to your future. So hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment your thoughts, show the world that you are ready to take your place among the greats, because when you do, nothing will ever be the same again. The knowledge you seek is not hidden. It is not a secret that only a select few can access. It is all around you, waiting for those who are ready to see it. You have passed. You have done what most never will. Now, it is time to unlock your potential. It is time to embrace the power that lies dormant within you. The world is yours to conquer, but you must first conquer yourself. You must break free from the chains of doubt, fear, and insecurity. You must become the person who is capable of achieving everything they desire. You must believe that the life you want is already within your grasp, and that nothing can stop you from reaching it. But most importantly, you must understand this. You are the master of your own fate, no one else. The choices you make today will determine the life you live tomorrow. So choose wisely. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose to embrace your greatness. Choose to take action, to break free from the limitations that have held you back for far too long. And when you do, when you finally step into the life you were always meant to live, you will understand that this was never just about passing a test. It was about preparing you for what's to come, and what's to come is nothing short of greatness. You passed. Now, go and show the world just how far you can go. The world will attempt to deceive you, to undermine you, to make you doubt every step you take. They will tell you that the road ahead is too difficult, too uncertain, too risky. They will warn you of failure, of falling short, of not being good enough. But let me make this clear to you. Those voices, those warnings, they are nothing more than distractions. They are the whispers of a broken system designed to keep you in line. They don't want you to see your potential. because they know that when you realize it, nothing can stop you. But here's the thing, you've already seen the truth. You've already crossed the line from ignorance to awareness. You've passed the test, and now you know what you are truly capable of. But here's the catch. This knowledge, this power that has been unlocked within you, it means nothing if you don't act on it. You've been given the gift of clarity, the gift of vision, but if you fail to take bold steps, if you hesitate, if you hold back because you're afraid of the unknown, all of it will slip away. Action is the only thing that matters now. The universe has opened a door for you, and it is up to you to walk through it, to claim your future, to carve your path in the world. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the right time, because that moment is never coming. You are the one who must create it. Every second you waste, every moment you spend in indecision or fear, is a moment you will never get back. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to stop listening to the voices that try to convince you that you're not enough. You are enough. You are everything you need to be in order to succeed. But success does not come to those who sit back and wait for it. It comes to those who are willing to rise above the noise, who are willing to make the hard choices, who are willing to put in the work, even when it feels like the world is against them. It is the relentless, the unstoppable, the ones who refuse to quit, who eventually reach the top. You've seen it. You've witnessed it firsthand. The world is not built on kindness or luck. It's not handed to you because you wish for it. The world is built on resilience, on action, on the ability to keep moving forward no matter what. You must understand this deep in your bones. If you want to see your dreams come to life, you must be willing to fight for them, to work harder than anyone else, to push through when everyone else falls away. But let me be clear, this journey will not be easy. It will not be without sacrifice. There will be times when you want to quit, when the weight of the world feels too heavy, and it will test you. It will force you to dig deep, to find strength you didn't even know you had. But when you get to the other side, when you look back at the trail you've blazed, you will understand that every single moment of pain was worth it. Every challenge, every obstacle, every time you fell down and got back up again, it will have shaped you into someone capable of achieving greatness. So, when you feel the doubt creeping in, when you feel like giving up, remember this: you have passed. You have proven that you are not like everyone else. You have shown the world that you have the courage to face the darkness and emerge stronger. That is why you are different. That is why you will succeed. Because you know how to fight, how to push through when everything inside you is screaming to stop. You have the heart of a warrior, and warriors don't quit. But you can't do it alone. You can't expect the world to change for you, to hand you everything on a silver platter. You need allies. You need the right tools. You need guidance. That's why I'm here, to help you, to be that guiding hand that pushes you when you feel like giving up, to remind you that you are capable of so much more than you realize. But you must take action. You must do the work. You must trust in yourself and in the process. It is not enough to know. You must act. Knowledge without action is useless. And now that you've passed, now that you've crossed that threshold, it is your responsibility to use that knowledge, to use that newfound power, and do something with it. Don't let it sit inside you like a dormant seed. Plant it. Nurture it. Watch it grow. The time for waiting is over. The time for questioning is over. The time to act is now. Look around you. The world is filled with people who will never take the steps you are about to take. They will stay trapped in their comfort zones, shackled by their fears, living out the same life day in and day out. But you are different. You've already made it this far. You've already proven you are capable of so much more. And now, you will go farther than anyone ever expected. There are moments in life when you must make a choice, when the path ahead forks, and the decision you make will determine everything. This is one of those moments. You can either choose to keep going, to push through the fear, to trust that you have the strength and the ability to create the life you've always dreamed of, or you can let doubt and insecurity pull you back into the crowd of mediocrity. The choice is yours. But if you want to succeed, if you want to create a life that others only dream of, you must make the choice to rise. You must make the choice to step into your power and to never look back. This is your moment. This is the beginning of your journey, not the end. You have passed, but now the real work begins, and I will be here with you every step of the way. You are not alone. You are part of a larger movement, a collective force of people who refuse to settle for less, who refuse to be told that they can't, who refuse to let the world dictate their future. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are a force that cannot be ignored. So, take that next step. Embrace the power within you. You've earned it. You've fought for it. And now, it is time to use it. The world is waiting. Your future is waiting, and it is yours for the taking. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let doubt take root in your heart. You are destined for greatness, and nothing can stop you now. Step forward, stand tall, and make your mark on the world. The journey has only just begun, and the best is yet to come. As you stand on the precipice of your future, the weight of what lies ahead may feel overwhelming. The challenges will come at you like waves crashing against the shore, relentless and unyielding. But let me tell you something. You are not the same person you were before you passed. The trials you've faced, the battles you've fought, they have forged you into something stronger, something unbreakable. And now, as the storm approaches, know this: you are the storm. You are the force that will reshape everything in your path. The world will bend to your will if you refuse to accept defeat. This is not the time to shrink back. This is not the time to hesitate or doubt yourself. You've already proven you have what it takes to overcome the impossible. Now, you must push even harder. The world will not make room for you unless you force it to. The universe does not reward passivity. It rewards those who are bold, those who move with purpose, those who wake up every single day ready to conquer the day with everything they have. Your destiny will not be handed to you on a silver platter. It will be earned, forged in the fire of your will and determination. Every day is a battle. Every moment is an opportunity to either step closer to your goals or fall back into the comfortable lies of mediocrity. You've seen it, you've felt it, the pull of the easy path, the allure of staying where you are, of doing just enough to get by, of avoiding discomfort. But you've also felt the fire inside you, the hunger for something more, the drive to be better, to do more, to leave a legacy that will echo long after you're gone. That fire is what will keep you going when the world tells you to quit. That fire is what will keep you pushing forward when others have fallen behind. Now, this is where the real test begins. The moment you've been waiting for is here. It's time to prove to yourself, to the world, that you are not like everyone else, that you are not just another face in the crowd. You are a force to be reckoned with, and you will not be denied. But you must take action. The clock is ticking. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. Do not let fear paralyze you. Do not let doubt cloud your vision. You have already proven you have what it takes to rise above. Now, you must go further than you ever thought possible. Understand this. Every single person you look up to, every icon, every successful person, every hero, they all started where you are. They all faced the same doubts, the same fears, the same challenges. They too stood at the crossroads, wondering if they were good enough, wondering if they could make it. But what set them apart was not their talent, not their luck, but their willingness to keep moving forward when everyone else would have given up. That's the difference between those who make history and those who watch it pass by. You can be the one who makes history. You can be the one who looks back at this moment and says, "This is where everything changed." But only if you make the choice to move. Only if you make the choice to leave behind the comfort of what's familiar and step into the unknown with confidence and courage. You've passed the test. Now, you must step into the real world and prove that you can succeed where others have failed. This is not about being perfect. This is about being persistent. This is about pushing through when things get tough, when it feels like you're standing at the edge of your limits and there's no way forward. But that's when you need to dig deep. That's when you need to remember who you are and why you've come this far. You are not someone who settles for mediocrity. You are someone who will do whatever it takes to break through. And it's that relentless spirit that will carry you to places you've only dreamed of. And let me tell you this, the road ahead will not be kind. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when it feels like everything is against you. But you must remember that setbacks are not the end. They are just opportunities to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger. Every time you fall, you will rise. Every time you fail, you will succeed, because you will never stop trying. That's the mentality that will carry you to the top. It's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up and keep moving forward. As you continue down this path, remember one thing. You are the author of your own story. No one else has the power to write your fate, only you. And the choices you make today will shape the person you become tomorrow. Don't let fear, doubt, or failure define you. Let them be the fuel that propels you forward. Let them be the proof that you are on the right path. Because the path to greatness is never easy. It is never smooth, but it is always worth it. When you look around, know this, the majority of people will never step outside of their comfort zones. They will never take the risks that you are willing to take. They will never make the sacrifices you are willing to make. And they will never know the satisfaction of reaching for something greater than themselves. But you will know that feeling. You will know the feeling of standing at the peak, looking back at all you've overcome, and knowing that you are willing to fight for it. You are on a journey that will change your life, but you must commit. You must commit to the process, to the grind, to the hustle, and above all, you must commit to yourself. Trust in your ability to overcome. Trust that you have everything you need within you to succeed. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You've passed. Now, the real work begins. This is your moment. This is your time. Don't waste it. Go after everything you want. Go after everything you deserve. And when you achieve your dreams, when you look back on this journey, you will know that it was all worth it. Because you didn't give up. You didn't settle. You didn't quit. You rose. You fought. You conquered. And that's what will make all the difference. Welcome back, audience. You sealed the deal. Now they're helpless. This is the moment you've worked for, the moment when you can feel the satisfaction of having everything fall into place. But let me tell you something. This isn't just a victory, it's a declaration. It's a proclamation of your strength, your cunning, and your willpower. You didn't get here by chance. You didn't arrive at this point because someone handed it to you. No, you fought for this moment with every ounce of your being. You fought like an animal, tearing through obstacles, crushing opposition, and leaving nothing but dust in your wake. Now, they stand there, the ones who doubted you, who laughed at you, who told you it couldn't be done. They're staring into the abyss. They're looking at the consequences of their mistakes. They're trapped in the cage you've built, and there's no way out. They don't have the strength to fight back, not anymore. It's too late. They underestimated you, and now they have to pay the price. This is not a time for mercy. This is not a time for weakness. You didn't rise to the top to show kindness or compassion to those who tried to bring you down. No. You came to dominate, to conquer, to leave your mark on this world in a way that can never be erased. You sealed the deal, and now they're helpless. They have no choice but to watch as you claim your rightful place at the top, while they slowly fade into the background, nothing more than a distant memory of a time when they thought they could stop you. Think about all the hours, all the sweat, all the sacrifices you made to get here. Every second of doubt, every challenge, every sleepless night, all of it was worth it. This is the moment when it all pays off, when the world sees you for who you truly are, someone who never gave up, someone who never accepted defeat, someone who knew exactly what they wanted and did whatever it took to make it happen. And let me remind you of something, because I know you've felt it before. The whispers in your ear telling you that it's too much, that you can't go any further, that you should just settle. But you didn't settle. You didn't listen to those voices. You crushed them beneath your feet, just as you've crushed every challenge that's come your way. The world may have tried to break you, to bend you, to push you into submission, but you stood tall. You stood firm. You became unbreakable. And now, you stand here, having sealed the deal, with them helpless and powerless in your wake. There is no room for mercy now. There is no room for hesitation. This is the moment where you assert your dominance. This is where you remind them, once and for all, that you're not someone to be trifled with. You didn't just come to win. You came to obliterate everything in your path. You didn't just want success. You wanted control. You wanted power. You wanted the world to know that you are not someone to be ignored. And now they know. They all know. You see, when you reach the top, the view is different. You start to realize that everything you once feared, everything you once thought was a challenge, is nothing more than a blip on the radar. The people who used to intimidate you, the obstacles that used to seem insurmountable, they're all beneath you now. You've surpassed them. You've risen above them. They can't touch you anymore. They can't stop you. They can't even get close. You are the apex predator now, and everything else is just prey. They might try to crawl out from the shadows, to throw their stones, to whisper lies, to manipulate the situation. But you know the truth. They know the truth. And deep down, they know they can never take it from you. They've lost. The deal is sealed. You've outsmarted them, outworked them, and now they're left with nothing but regret. They're left with nothing but helplessness. And they'll have to watch as you rise higher and higher, while they are stuck in the pit they dug for themselves. So, take a moment to savor this, to feel the weight of your victory. Let the power of what you've achieved course through your veins, because this isn't just the end of their journey. This is the beginning of yours. This is where you take control of everything, where you bend the world to your will. The game has changed. The rules have shifted, and you are the one holding all the cards. They may have thought they could stop you, but now they're the ones caught in the trap. They're the ones who failed. And as they scramble, as they try to make sense of their defeat, as they realize how utterly powerless they are against you, you'll stand tall. You'll stand unwavering. You'll stand as the conqueror you were always meant to be. Because you sealed the deal, and now they're helpless, and there's nothing they can do about it. There's a certain satisfaction in knowing that they never saw it coming. They were too blinded by their arrogance, too consumed by their own egos, to understand who they were dealing with. They thought they could outsmart you, outmaneuver you, outlast you. But they were wrong. You were always one step ahead. You always knew exactly what you were doing. While they wasted time trying to figure out how to stop you, you were already executing your plan, laying the groundwork for their downfall, building your empire. They were too busy chasing empty dreams while you were making your own reality. Now, as they flounder, as they grasp at straws, as they search for a way to regain some semblance of control, you'll be untouchable. Your empire is in place. Your foundation is strong, and there's nothing they can do to tear it down. You've sealed the deal, and now they're helpless. This is the price they pay for underestimating you, for thinking you were just another face in the crowd. You're not like them. You're not weak. You're not predictable. You're a force. A force that will keep moving forward, no matter what. Because you know, this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. You've claimed your victory, but now it's time to solidify your place. It's time to show the world, and them, that you are untouchable. So, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Think about the struggles you've faced, the battles you've fought, the pain you've endured. Every ounce of suffering, every moment of hardship, it was all worth it. Because now, you stand at the top, and they're the ones left in the dust, helpless, powerless, unable to do anything about it. You sealed the deal, and now they know. Now they understand. You are not someone to be underestimated. You are not someone to be ignored. You are the one who will shape the future. You are the one who will set the course for everything to come, and they will be left behind as you continue to rise. There's no going back now. The deal is done. The game is over. And you are the victim. They are the ones who will fade away. And there's nothing they can do to stop it. Nothing they can do to change it. They had their chance. They had their moment. But now, they're helpless. And you are unstoppable. You have crossed every hurdle, outlasted every challenge, and surpassed every expectation. You have come this far by your own doing, by your own power, by your own sheer will. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is the culmination of relentless effort, unwavering determination, and a vision that could not be dimmed no matter the odds. As you stand here, victorious, look at the world around you. Understand that this is the result of your blood, sweat, and tears. No one gave you this. No one handed it to you on a silver platter. You carved this path with your own hands. You saw the path even when no one else could. You knew where you were going even when the world doubted you. And now, here you are, at the summit, untouchable. And there's nothing anyone can do to take that from you. What makes you unstoppable is not just your ambition. It's not just your willingness to fight, although that is part of it. It's your ability to see through the noise, the distractions, the lies. When everyone else around you was busy arguing, wondering, or doubting, you were focused. You knew exactly what you needed to do. You knew that success didn't come easy, and you didn't expect it to. You understood that every victory came with its own price, and you were more than willing to pay it. And look at you now. Look at what you've achieved. Those who doubted you, who tried to hold you back, they didn't understand what made you different. They didn't understand that you had something inside of you that they didn't. A fire that burns hotter than any of their attempts to extinguish it. A hunger that will never be satisfied. They didn't understand your resilience. They thought you would break. They thought you would bend. But here you are, standing tall and unyielding. You did not break. You didn't bend. You became stronger with every setback, more determined with every failure. You learned, adapted, and evolved. And now, the world must reckon with you. They must accept that they were never dealing with someone who could be stopped. What is it that drives you? Is it the thrill of the chase, the sweet taste of victory? Or is it something deeper, something inside you that refuses to let anything, anyone, stand in your way? It's a fire that's been burning within you for as long as you can remember. It's the desire to prove to the world and to yourself that you are more than just an ordinary person. You are extraordinary, and now you've proved it. You've shown the world that no matter how hard they try, they cannot stop you. But here's the thing, this is just the beginning. You've achieved what many would consider the ultimate goal, but the truth is, this is not the end. This is the foundation, the springboard from which you will launch yourself even higher. The next phase is already on the horizon, and it will require more than just the strength that brought you this far. It will require something deeper. It will require the strength to look into the unknown and still walk forward. It will require you to push past comfort, to break through limits, and to redefine what is possible. The fear, the doubt, the uncertainty, it's still there. It never truly goes away. But that's the beauty of it. You don't need to wait for those feelings to disappear. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You don't need to wait for things to fall into place. Because you are unstoppable. You can make it happen no matter the circumstances. You can push forward no matter what is in your way. And it is that very drive, that fire within you, that will carry you further than anyone could ever imagine. You have already proven what you're capable of. But the real question is, how much further can you go? What more can you achieve? The journey you've started is one that never truly ends. You've tasted success, and now you must crave more. But more importantly, you must maintain the hunger, the fire, the drive, even as you reach new heights. Many people, when they reach the summit, when they achieve their greatest victory, they relax. They stop. They think they've done enough. But that's where they go wrong, because the moment you stop pushing forward is the moment you allow others to catch up to you. The moment you start relaxing is the moment you lose your edge. This is not the time to stop. This is the time to keep going. This is the time to keep pushing forward, to keep breaking barriers, to keep challenging yourself. You've come this far, but you know that there's more to be done. There's more to be achieved, and you will stop at nothing to claim what's rightfully yours. You will not settle, not for mediocrity, not for anything less than greatness. So, as you look down from where you stand now, remember this. The view from the top is incredible, but it's not just about what you see. It's about the effort it took to get there, the sweat, the blood, the sacrifices, the struggles, and it's about what you will do next. The view might be great, but you can't stay there forever. There's always more to climb, more to conquer, more to achieve. You've reached the peak, but the summit is only a stopping point in your journey. You've set the bar high, but now you have to raise it even higher. You've sealed the deal, but there's more to seal. More victories to claim, and more worlds to conquer. As you push forward, as you continue to climb, you will meet resistance. You will encounter people who don't believe in you, people who will try to tear you down, people who will try to stop your progress. But remember this, they are nothing compared to you. They are nothing compared to your willpower, your determination, your relentless drive. You have already proven that no obstacle can stand in your way. No setback can define you, and no enemy can defeat you. Because you are unstoppable. And as you move forward, you will inspire others. You will become a beacon for those who are lost, a symbol of what it means to fight for your dreams, no matter the cost. You will become a leader, a force that will shape the future. People will look to you for guidance, for inspiration, for strength. They will see you, and they will understand that anything is possible if you refuse to stop. Your journey is far from over. You've sealed the deal, and now you're ready for the next challenge, the next victory, the next step in your rise to the top. And those who doubted you, those who thought you would fail, they are powerless now. They can only watch as you continue to climb, as you continue to dominate, as you continue to achieve greatness. You are unstoppable, and nothing will ever change that. Nothing can hold you back. Nothing can slow you down. Nothing can stop you. So, with every breath you take, with every step you take, remember this. You are a force of nature. You are a person who will stop at nothing to achieve their dreams. You've sealed the deal, and now they are helpless. Now, you are the one in control, and there's no one who can take that from you. No one who can match your power. No one who can match your will, because you are unstoppable, and you always will be. When you stand at the peak, when you are in control, when you've already proved to the world that nothing can take you down, what comes next is the real challenge. It's not the struggle to get to the top that will define you. It's not the battles you've fought and won in the past. It's how you handle what comes after. It's how you hold your ground and rise to even greater heights. The world, and more importantly, the people who watched you climb, now see you in a different light. You are not just another name in the crowd anymore. You are the name. You have set a standard for greatness that others will never even come close to. But while they may stand in awe of you, don't think for a moment that your journey is over. Don't think for a second that you've reached the finish line. You're just getting started. You've sealed the deal, but that was only one step on a never-ending path. To maintain that level of dominance, to continue shaping the world to fit your will, requires a mindset that is not satisfied with just one victory, not content with just one conquest. You've tasted what it's like to control your destiny, to take everything that's rightfully yours. But now you must realize something. Your power is not infinite unless you continue to fight for it, unless you continue to feed that fire inside of you. Because if you stop now, if you take a moment to rest on your laurels, then you become vulnerable. And being vulnerable is the last thing you can afford. The world does not wait for you. The world does not care if you've already accomplished what others can only dream of. It will never stop moving, never stop changing, and never stop challenging you. The moment you think you've achieved everything there is to achieve is the moment you become irrelevant. You must keep moving. You must keep adapting, growing, evolving, or else the very forces that once propelled you forward will be the same forces that leave you behind. The second you let up, the second you ease your grip on the reins, the second you take a step back and rest, you will find yourself at the mercy of those who are hungrier, those who want what you have, and those who are still willing to fight for it. You are not just fighting to win once, you are fighting to stay at the top. You are fighting for longevity. You are fighting for dominance that can never be challenged, a level of power that no one can even dream of reaching. And that's what sets you apart from everyone else. While they chase fleeting victories, you're chasing something greater. You're not just looking to win, you're looking to define what winning is. You're looking to create a legacy that can't be replicated. You're looking to build an empire that stretches far beyond your time, something that will echo through history, something that will never be forgotten. To maintain that kind of control, to ensure that you remain untouchable, you need more than just brute strength. You need intelligence, you need strategy, and you need a vision that is so clear, so relentless, that it leaves no room for doubt. It is about thinking 3 steps ahead. While others are focused on today, on the small victories that give them immediate satisfaction, you must be thinking about tomorrow, about the next battle, about the next opportunity. You have sealed the deal, yes, but now you must keep sealing it every single day. Every decision you make, every action you take, every move you make must be calculated. You can't afford to be reactive. You can't afford to be passive. You must always be on the offensive. Always be anticipating the moves of those around you. Because the moment you let your guard down is the moment you give someone else the chance to take your place. Now, as you rise higher, as you assert your control, you must remember that power is a delicate thing. It is not given, and it can certainly be taken away. But unlike others, you have the ability to secure your position. You are someone who doesn't rely on luck or circumstances. You rely on yourself. You know how to build, how to destroy, and how to rebuild. There is no end to what you can accomplish because you understand that the true key to power is not in what you've already done, but in what you can still do. There is an untapped potential within you, a reserve of strength and will that can fuel your rise even further. Understand this: the world doesn't reward complacency. It doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards those who take risks, those who push boundaries, those who strive to become greater than they were the day before. And that's what you've done. You've embraced risk, you've embraced challenge, you've embraced what others fear, and that's what has brought you to this place. But now that you're here, you cannot afford to stop embracing it. You must create a mindset of constant motion, constant evolution, constant expansion. You can't afford to settle for mediocrity. Not now, not ever. The world may have thought they could predict you, that they could figure you out, but they're wrong. They can't predict what's coming next, because you're not just playing the game, they are. They're reacting to your moves, while you're already thinking 5 steps ahead. And while they're stuck in their own little world of competition, you're building something far greater. You're creating something that will outlast them, outlast their ambitions, outlast their fleeting moments of success. And when the dust settles, when their flames have burned out, when their names are nothing but whispers in the wind, your name will remain. You've sealed the deal, but now you are not content. You will never be content. You will never allow yourself to become comfortable, because comfort breeds weakness. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. It's the reason so many fall off, the reason so many fail to reach their full potential. Comfort lulls you into a false sense of security, and that is the last thing you need. You've seen what happens when you let your guard down. You've seen how quickly the tides can turn, how fast your world can be upended. You will not make that mistake again. No, you will keep pushing forward relentlessly. Your ambition will be your guide, your strategy will be your weapon, and your resolve will be your shield. And nothing will be able to stop you. The deal is sealed, yes, but the battle is never over. In fact, it's just beginning. You've reached the pinnacle, but this is not the time to slow down. You are not here to simply enjoy the view. You are here to shape the future, to carve out your place in the world, and to ensure that no one can ever take it from you. You've proven that you can rise, but now you must prove that you can reign. You must prove that you can withstand the pressures, the doubts, the challenges, and the constant threats of those who want to see you fail. But none of that matters, does it? None of it matters because you are unstoppable. You are the force that the world can't deny. You are the one they all underestimated. And now they have no choice but to watch as you continue to rise, to continue to conquer, to continue to leave them helpless. You've sealed the deal. You are at the top, and nothing in this world will ever take that away from you, because you are unstoppable, and you always will be. In the end, remember this. You've not only sealed the deal, but you've set the stage for a legacy that will never be erased. Your strength, your drive, and your relentless pursuit of greatness have made you unstoppable. The world may try to challenge you, but you've already proven that nothing can stand in your way. You are the architect of your destiny, and as long as you continue to push, evolve, and dominate, no force can ever take what is yours. You are untouchable, and you always will be. Unshakable, unforgiving, unstoppable. That's what it takes. That's what they never understood. You crossed the line they built in fear, the same line they used to trap themselves in comfort and mediocrity. You went further than they thought was possible. You shattered the limits they silently agreed never to test. Now they're watching, mouths wide open, hearts pounding, begging for it to stop because your rise, your hunger, your fear, it exposes their silence. It exposes every excuse they've ever whispered to themselves in the dark. They're not scared of you. They're scared of what you remind them of. That they could have, but they didn't. That they should have, but they froze. And now, every move you make screams into their ears like thunder. This is what it looks like when someone refuses to quit. You went too far? No. You finally went far enough. And now their panic is just proof that you were right all along. Because when they start shaking, filming, crying out loud, when they beg you to stop, that's when you know you've touched something real. That's when you know the limits weren't real. The pain wasn't real. The fear wasn't real. Only your drive was. Only your vision was. Only the fire in your gut ever mattered. And it burned through everything they said was impossible. Now, before I go further, listen to me closely. If you feel this in your chest, if your pulse is rising right now, if you've ever been doubted, ever been told to stop, ever had to stand alone while they laughed, then this is your story. This isn't just a video, it's a call. A signal to everyone who's ever been told they went too far. And if you've ever felt that, I need you to do something not for me, but for yourself. Subscribe, like, comment. Not because this video is special, but because you are. Because this fire you're feeling isn't just motivation, it's remembrance. A reminder of who you were before they talked you down. Before the world taught you to shrink, before they begged you to be small, so they wouldn't feel so weak standing next to you. Click that button because this isn't entertainment, it's resurrection. Of your courage, of your power, of the version of you that never needed permission to go all the way. They told you to stop, you didn't. And now they're panicking, not because you hurt them, but because you proved you didn't need them. Every excuse they gave you, you crushed it. Every voice that said slow down was just the echo of someone who already gave up. But you didn't flinch. You didn't apologize. You kept going. Too far? That's just what people say when they've never gone far enough themselves. That's the cry of the comfortable, the scream of the spectators. And they're always loudest right before you win. Let them film, let them cry, let them beg, because nothing is louder than silence when the underdog wins, when the person they ignored becomes the one they can't stop watching. That's you now. They have to watch, because their world doesn't make sense anymore without the lie they told themselves about who you were, about who you were supposed to stay. And you destroyed that. You tore through it like it was made of paper. No apology, no hesitation. That's what going too far looks like. You want to know the truth? They need you to stop. Because if you don't, they'll have to confront themselves. They'll have to admit they settled. And most people would rather hate you than face that truth. So they lash out. They say you're reckless, arrogant, obsessive. But really, you're just free. And freedom terrifies those still living in cages. You remind them that they had a key the whole time, and they still chose to sit in the dark. But you broke the lock. You kicked the door down. You walked through the fire and didn't blink. That's why they're freaking out. Not because you're wrong, but because you were right. And they didn't want you to be. They wanted to believe it was impossible so they'd never have to try. They wanted to believe success was luck, not war, not discipline, not a relentless pursuit that tears you apart and stitches you back together stronger. But now you've shown them, you've shown the world, that the line they warned you not to cross was the beginning of your destiny. And now, it's happening. They're scrambling, they're stumbling over their words. They don't know whether to fear you or follow you, because deep down, they feel it. The storm you carry, the undeniable force of someone who refused to break. Someone who didn't listen when they said, "It's too late. You're too much. You're going too far." You smiled, you nodded, and you walked right through the threshold they were too scared to even approach. And now they sit behind screens and whisper warnings, not because you're dangerous, but because your courage is contagious. Because if you can rise from nothing and become this, then what excuse do they have? They wanted you to be quiet. They wanted you to play by the rules. But the rules were written by people who never intended to win. They just wanted to survive. You weren't made for survival. You were built to conquer. And now that you've stopped asking for permission, now that you've refused to fit in their little boxes, the panic has started. The cameras are rolling, their voices are shaking, their pride is crumbling. Because it's hard to act brave when someone else is doing what you said couldn't be done. Every step you take now echoes in their chests. It's a reminder that effort beats opinion, that drive shatters doubt, that someone with vision, obsession, discipline, and pain in their blood can become a walking earthquake, shaking everything built on fear. And you were forged in pressure. You were tempered in silence. While they laughed, you learned. While they rested, you suffered. While they posted, you practiced. And now you're so far ahead, they have to beg you to stop, just so they can breathe. But you're not done, are you? Because this isn't about revenge. This isn't about proving them wrong anymore. This is about proving yourself right. That voice you had as a kid, the one that whispered, "You're meant for more," it was never lying. The world tried to smother it, tried to drown it in criticism, mediocrity, and fear. But now, that voice is a war cry. And every time you take another step, another risk, another brutal, agonizing leap forward, that voice gets louder. It shakes the ground they thought was stable. It burns down the lies they built to feel safe. And still, you keep going. They said you went too far when you trained past exhaustion, when you woke up before dawn and stayed long after everyone else quit. They said you went too far when you stopped showing up to their games, their gossip, their one more drink nights, when you turned down comfort and chose isolation. But you knew what they never would, that nothing extraordinary is born in comfort, that greatness demands everything. And now, you are the result. You are the product of every sacrifice, every tear you never let fall, every scream you swallowed just to keep moving. And suddenly they care. Suddenly, they notice. But not because they support you, because they fear you. You are a reflection of who they could have been if they hadn't said no so many times. if they hadn't flinched, if they hadn't chosen later over now. You are their alternate timeline. That's why they film you. That's why they beg you to stop. Because every second you rise is another second they sink deeper into regret. And that's not your burden to carry. You didn't come this far to carry their guilt. You came this far because something inside you refused to accept the script of failure, of average, of normal. You burned that script a long time ago, and now you write your own, not with ink, but with blood, sweat, and cyst scars. And every word you write shakes the ones who never dared to pick up a pen. You want the truth? They will keep begging, they will keep filming, they will keep pointing fingers and saying, "You've gone too far." Not because you have, but because they never will. And that's what scares them most. Let them tremble. Let them point their cameras and whisper behind their screens. Let them panic. Because that panic is proof that what you've done cannot be undone, that what you've become cannot be ignored. They thought you would disappear. They thought this was a phase. They thought the hunger would die the way theirs did. But yours didn't. Yours became sharper. And now you're not just chasing something, you've become something, and that terrifies them. You've become the proof that transformation is possible, that a nobody can become a force of nature, that someone written off can write their own legend, in scars and sweat and relentless action. They hate it because you are what they promised themselves they'd be 10 years ago. They watch you because you are a mirror, showing them everything they refuse to do. They don't want to be inspired. They want to be distracted. But you don't give them distraction. You give them disruption. You are the break in the pattern. You are the silence between the noise that reminds them of their own voice, the one they haven't listened to in years. And still, you don't stop. That's what breaks them. It's not that you succeeded, it's that you keep going. When most people would celebrate, you go back into the shadows. When they would scream for attention, you go silent and sharpen your edge. You're not chasing validation. You've killed the part of yourself that needed to be liked. That's why they can't control you. That's why the begging starts. Because if you can't be distracted, you can't be defeated. If they can't slow you down with praise or poison you with doubt, then you become untouchable. And that's when fear takes over. That's when they realize they're not watching someone who's simply motivated. They're watching someone who's transformed. They say you went too far because it's easier than admitting they never went far enough. They say you changed, but of course you did. You were never meant to stay where you started. You were never meant to be small, polite, and predictable. You were meant to evolve, meant to outgrow the cages they decorated as comfort. And now, every time you rise, they shrink. Because you're not part of their system anymore. You're not playing the game they built. You're playing something deeper, something primal, something holy. You're playing for legacy. This isn't about today. This isn't about trends or clout or applause. This is about every moment you swore you wouldn't die forgotten. Every night you stared at the ceiling and promised yourself you'd make it out. Every time you were ignored, humiliated, underestimated, and said nothing. Just waited, learned, prepared. This is your vengeance, not with violence, but with dominance. Not through revenge, but through undeniable presence. You became something they cannot erase, and they're begging you to stop, because if you keep going, you'll become something worse than a winner. You'll become a reminder of what they gave up on. And nothing haunts a person like the ghost of their potential. So go further. They'll cry out again. They'll say it's too much, that you're obsessed, that you've become unrelatable. But let them say it. Their pain is not your ceiling. Their comfort is not your calling. They have the right to stay where they are. You have the right to become what they never will. And you know what's coming next. The silence. Once they realize you won't stop. Once they see the begging doesn't slow you. Once the fear turns to awe. They won't admit it out loud. They never do. But they'll start watching closer. They'll stop mocking and start mimicking. They'll tell others they always believed in you. But you'll remember. You'll remember the silence. You'll remember the laughs. You'll remember the moment they begged you to stop, just because you reminded them of everything they could have been if they'd just tried. And through all of it, you will not break. You will not slow. You will not flinch. Because the pain you carry has become fuel. Because the shame you once felt is now armor. Because the very things they said would destroy you became the exact reason you won. This is your edge, the line between you and them. They begged for ease, you bled for clarity. They begged for comfort, you begged for more weight, more pressure, more pain. Because deep inside, you knew what they didn't. That pressure builds diamonds only in the hands of those who don't let go. They're watching now, afraid, amazed, and still begging. But it's too late. You already passed the point of no return. The begging doesn't matter anymore. The noise is irrelevant because you didn't come this far to explain yourself. You didn't suffer for understanding. You didn't sacrifice everything just to be accepted by people who've never risked anything. You came to take what was yours. You came to answer the call that kept you up at night, the one that whispered louder than their warnings, the one that refused to die, no matter how many times you tried to live normal. And now, that voice is no longer a whisper. It's a roar. It is you. It is your presence in every room. It is your footsteps behind every success. It is your silence behind every win. And it's why they can't breathe when you walk in. Because they know you went beyond them, beyond their doubt, beyond the fence they built around what was reasonable. You don't belong to their comfort anymore. You don't belong to the timeline they assigned you. You don't belong to their permission or their schedule. You belong to the fight. You belong to the climb. You belong to the mission. And that mission is far from over. They think this is the peak. They think this is where you stop, where you enjoy the view and finally become reasonable. But they don't know. This is still your beginning, because you're not chasing a moment. You're chasing immortality, and not the kind they write about in history books, the kind that burns in the hearts of those who see you and remember, the kind of immortality that happens when your name becomes a warning and a weapon, when your story becomes a sermon, when your work becomes legend, and legend doesn't ask for applause. Legend keeps building while others rest. Legend keeps walking while others sleep. Legend doesn't pause for applause or permission. It just continues, unapologetic, unstoppable, undeniable. So let them scream, let them film, let them try to make you doubt, let them beg. Because in the noise of their desperation is the proof that you've shaken something deep, something primal. They begged you to stop, not because of what you're doing, but because of what it means. Your existence breaks their pattern. Your success destroys their excuse. Your pain, publicly endured and privately conquered, invalidates every reason they've given for staying the same. And that is why they'll never say your name without feeling something. Envy, admiration, regret, fear, but never indifference. And that is the power you've earned. They said you went too far, but you didn't go far enough. Not yet, because you're not done. You're not close. There is still more mountain to climb, still more fight in your bones, still more fire in your breath. And every time you think about slowing down, remember the faces, the ones who said you were too intense, the ones who laughed when you started, the ones who fell silent when you didn't quit. Remember their voices cracking, their tone shaking, their words trembling as they said, "Please, stop." And then remember, that was the moment you knew you are unstoppable. You are no longer a person. You are a force. You are no longer asking. You are taking. You are no longer hoping. You are deciding. You are no longer seeking approval. You are demanding impact. This is what it means to go too far. It means you've reached the place where average people are terrified to exist. It means you've become what they were too scared to imagine. It means you've built something out of nothing, and no one can take it from you. So don't slow down. Don't look back. Don't let their panic become your hesitation. They will beg. They will bargain. They will try to soften you. Let them. But you keep walking through the noise, through the fear, through the storm. Because one day they will tell your story, and they'll say, "You were too much, too intense, too dangerous." But they'll never say you were ordinary, and that means you won. So, here you are, at the end, but not really. Because there is no end for someone like you. There's only next, only further, only more. You've already crossed every line they told you not to. You've already broken every rule that was meant to keep you small. And now, they don't know what to do with you. They can't box you in. They can't label you. They can't stop you. So they panic. They freeze. They beg. Because your presence means change. And change makes people uncomfortable. But you were never here to keep anyone comfortable. You were here to become, to evolve, to conquer the old version of yourself and bury the lies that held you there. You were here to rip open the skin of who you used to be and step out reborn, louder, stronger, hungrier. You were told to stop. You were told it was too much, that your ambition made people uneasy, that your focus was intimidating, that your work ethic was obsessive. But you didn't stop. You didn't flinch. You turned their fear into fuel. You turned isolation into ignition. You turned every moment they doubted you into bricks. And you built a throne. And now you sit where they said you never would. Not because it was easy, not because someone handed it to you, but because you refused to break, because you refused to listen, because deep down, even on your worst days, you still believed, you still moved, you still chose pain over comfort, growth over validation, truth over approval. And now, all they can do is watch, mouths open, eyes wide, recording, whispering, panicking, because nothing is louder than the silence of someone who didn't quit. Nothing is more powerful than the calm of someone who has nothing left to prove and everything left to do. That's you now. You're not the same. You've gone too far for them to follow. And maybe that's how it was always meant to be. Because not everyone deserves access to your destination. Some were only ever meant to watch your rise from a distance, shaking, stunned, and begging for you to return to the level you outgrew. But you won't, because you're not going back. You're not stepping down. You're not lowering your fire to warm people who chose the cold. You gave them time. You gave them silence. You gave them patience. But now, you give them only distance. You give them a legacy too bright to look at. You give them something they can't understand and can never stop. So keep walking, Keep building, keep breaking limits. And when the next wave of voices come, when they cry out again, when they say, "You've gone too far," smile, because you'll know what that really means. It means you've leveled up again. It means they still can't reach you. It means you're still becoming something greater than they ever believed was possible. You went too far, and that's exactly what greatness looks like. Now leave them with their fear and take everything they said you couldn't have. Welcome back, beautiful Alpha family. Tonight we stand at the precipice of everything we've fought for. Tonight we reflect on the harsh truth. The world thought they could break us. They thought they could manipulate us. They thought they could take control of our lives, twist our every thought, every move, every decision. They thought they could hold the power over us, shaping our destiny and limiting our potential. But tonight, my brothers and sisters, we stand tall, unbroken, and stronger than ever before. You took the control. Now they have no power left. It doesn't matter how hard they tried. It doesn't matter how many times they broke us down. They failed to see one simple truth. They failed to see who we truly are. We are not the weak, the powerless, or the defeated. We are the ones who have been forged in the fire, tested by pain, and honed by every challenge thrown our way. We are the ones who learned to rise no matter how many times we were knocked down. We are the wolves who have found their pack and have taken control of the hunt. And now, we're ready to show the world what it means when we hold the controller. They tried to make us believe that we were nothing. They tried to make us question our worth, our purpose, our strength. But every time they pushed, we pushed back harder. Every time they doubted us, we proved them wrong. And now, we stand here tonight with a fierce fire in our hearts because we have realized something that they never understood. Power doesn't come from taking control over others. Power comes from taking control over yourself. It comes from refusing to be controlled, refusing to let anyone dictate your life or your future. Tonight, I want you to remember this. The controller you hold in your hands is not just a symbol of your strength, it is a testament to your journey. To get here, you had to endure pain. You had to face your darkest moments when everything seemed lost, when the weight of the world threatened to crush you. You had to confront your fears, your weaknesses, and your doubts. But you did it. You endured. And now, the world has no power over you. Think back to the times when you felt like you were losing, when every step forward seemed to be met with 2 steps back. Think about the days when you felt like no one believed in you, when everyone around you tried to convince you that your dreams were impossible. They tried to steal your fire, to extinguish the spark that was inside you. They tried to make you small, to make you fit into a mold that wasn't meant for you. But you didn't listen. You didn't conform. You fought. And now, here you stand, stronger than ever, holding the controller, ready to take what is yours. They thought they had all the answers. They thought they could tell you who you were, what you could do, where you could go. But they were wrong. They couldn't see the strength that lived within you. They couldn't see the power that you've cultivated over the years, the power that was built on every failure, every loss, every heartbreak. They couldn't see the potential that was buried deep inside, waiting for the moment when you would rise and take what was yours. And now, that moment is here. Now, you are in control. When you hold the controller, it's not just about having power over others. It's about taking ownership of your life, your destiny. It's about making decisions that will shape your future and refusing to let anyone or anything stop you from achieving your goals. You have reached a place where the world's opinion no longer matters. They can no longer dictate your worth. They can no longer define your value, because you have learned the one truth that they never understood. Your power comes from within. Your power comes from your resilience, your determination, and your unwavering belief in yourself. And now that you hold the control, they have no power left. You are no longer a pawn in their game. You are the one who makes the moves. You are the one who sets the course. You are the one who decides what your future will look like. The world thought they could hold the strings, but you've cut those strings. You've freed yourself from their control. And now, nothing can stop you. Look around you. See the people who doubted you, who tried to hold you back, who laughed at your dreams and told you that you couldn't make it. They are still stuck in their small world, believing that they are in control, believing that they hold the power. But you know the truth. You know that power is not something that can be taken. Power is something that is earned, and you've earned it. You've fought for it. You've sacrificed for it. And now it is yours. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't deserve this moment. Don't let anyone try to take it from you. This is your time. This is your moment to shine. This is your moment to prove to the world that you are unstoppable. Because when you hold the control, there is nothing and no one who can stand in your way. It's time to stop apologizing for your strength. It's time to stop shrinking for the comfort of others. It's time to stop pretending to be less than what you are. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are the one who makes the rules. You are the one who decides what happens next. And anyone who tries to take that from you, anyone who tries to make you feel small, is going to be left behind, because you are no longer playing by their rules. You are writing your own. The journey to this moment was not easy. It was never meant to be. If it were easy, it wouldn't have been worth it. The struggle, the pain, the failures, they were all necessary. They were all part of your growth. And now, you are here. You are the one who holds the control. You are the one who decides where you go, how far you go, and how much you achieve. But remember this, my brothers and sisters, with great power comes great responsibility. The world may try to come for you. They may try to challenge you, undermine you, or bring you down. But you are ready. You have faced worse. You have endured. You have conquered. And now you are untouchable. When you take control, you don't just take control of your life. You take control of your legacy. You take control of the impact you will have on the world. Every decision you make, every move you make will leave a mark. And that mark will be a testament to your strength, your courage, and your unyielding spirit. So don't hold back. Don't play small. You have come too far to turn back now. This is the moment where you step into your full power. This is the moment where you leave behind the people who doubted you, the people who tried to break you, and the people who tried to control you. You have the controller now. The power is in your hands. Now go. Take what is yours. Show the world that no one, nothing can stand in your way, because you are the one in control. And with that power, you will achieve greatness. You will rise above the challenges. You will conquer your fears. You will leave a legacy that will echo through the ages. And they will look back, and they will know that it was you who held the controller. And they will know that they had no power left. They will feel the weight of their own arrogance crashing down on them. They will watch as the ones they tried to break rise higher, stronger, and more determined than ever before. The very ones they tried to control, manipulate, and diminish will now walk with a fire in their eyes that can never be extinguished. The flame they thought they could put out only grows brighter, and as it burns, it consumes everything they believe to be true. You see, they never understood the power of resilience, the power of persistence, and the power of the human spirit when it is unleashed. They thought they had the upper hand, that their manipulation would keep you in check, that their influence would bind you. But they underestimated the strength that lies within you, the force that no amount of external pressure can ever break. Now, they are left watching from the sidelines, helpless, because the control they thought they had was nothing but an illusion. You were never bound by their chains. You were never their puppet. You were always the one who held the strings, and they simply couldn't see it until now. They thought they could feed you their lies, fill your mind with doubt, and make you question everything you believed in. They thought they could fill your heart with fear, make you second-guess your every move, make you shrink into someone smaller than you were meant to be. They thought they could break your spirit, make you compliant, and turn you into a shadow of your true self. But here you are, still standing tall, still alive, still breathing with a purpose far greater than anything they could have ever imagined. They tried to make you believe you were alone, that your struggle was pointless, that you were just another cog in the machine, a small part of a system that didn't care about you, that you didn't matter. They tried to convince you that you were worthless, that your dreams would never come true, that your efforts were futile. But in the quiet of your mind, in the deepest corners of your soul, you knew the truth all along. You knew that your worth was never dependent on their validation. You knew that your dreams were always yours to chase, regardless of what they said. You knew that your efforts, no matter how hard, would eventually pay off, because you have never given up. They tried to box you in, tried to define you by the limitations they placed on you. They tried to strip away your individuality, your fire, and your ambition, trying to turn you into something you were never meant to be. They didn't want you to think for yourself. They didn't want you to question the system. They didn't want you to push boundaries, to break through the barriers that were put in place to keep you in check. They wanted you to conform. They wanted you to follow their rules, obey their orders, and accept their limitations. But you, beautiful Alpha, refused to be confined. You refused to be shackled by their expectations. You refused to accept their definition of who you were, and because of that, you broke free. You took control. You are the master of your own fate, the one who decides what comes next. And they are left behind, stuck in the past, trapped in the illusion of control that they once had. The truth is, they never had control over you. They just made you believe they did. They made you question your every move, your every step. But in doing so, they only strengthened your resolve. Because you learned the most powerful lesson of all. Your worth, your strength, your potential has always been inside you. It was never something they could take from you. It was never something they could manipulate or diminish. The real power was never in their hands. The real power was always yours to claim. And now that you have taken that power, now that you hold the controller, there is no turning back. There is no force in this world that can stop you. There is no enemy too strong, no challenge too great, because you are no longer playing by their rules. You are writing your own. You are setting the path. You are deciding your destiny. You are the architect of your future, and no one can take that from you. This is your moment. This is your time to show the world what it means to be an alpha, to show the world what happens when someone refuses to be held back, to show them the power of a person who is no longer afraid, no longer small, no longer willing to settle for anything less than greatness. They thought they could break you. They thought they could control you. But in the end, they've only made you stronger. And now, they will see. They will see the force that is unleashed when you finally realize your own potential, when you stand tall and claim your rightful place in this world. Every step you've taken to get here, every sacrifice, every moment of pain, every obstacle you've faced has led you to this point. You have been tested, you have been broken, you have been pushed to your limits, but now you stand victorious. unshaken, and ready to take on whatever comes next. You have learned the greatest truth of all. No one, nothing, can take your power from you unless you allow them to. And you, my beautiful Alpha, will never allow that again. Now that you have the control, it's time to take control of everything in your life. It's time to own your decisions, to own your actions, to own your future. The world is yours for the taking. You've already proven that you have the strength to rise above the noise, the distractions, and the doubts. You've already proven that you have what it takes to be great. Now, it's time to show the world just how far that greatness can take you. Every decision you make from this moment forward will be a reflection of your power. Every choice will echo your strength. Every action will send a message to the world. You are here, you are unstoppable, and nothing can hold you back. The chains they tried to place on you are gone. The lies they told you are exposed. And now, you walk forward with the confidence of someone who knows their worth, knows their power, and will never, ever be controlled again. So stand tall, my family. Hold your head high. The controller is in your hands now, and with it, you will create the future you deserve. They will watch, helpless and defeated, as you claim your power, as you claim your destiny, and as you rise to heights they never thought possible. You are no longer their pawn. You are the king, the queen, the ruler of your own fate. And when they look at you, when they see the strength in your eyes and the fire in your heart, they will know they had no power left. You are the one who holds the controller now. You are the one who will shape the world. And there is no force, no power, no enemy, no doubt that can ever take that from you again. Now go and show them the full extent of what it means to be a true alpha. What it means to be a true alpha is not just about external dominance, about walking into a room and expecting others to recognize your power. It's not about boasting, about asserting your strength in every conversation, or about demanding the attention of everyone around you. No, being a true alpha is not about how loudly you can speak, but about how quietly and steadily you can command the room with the sheer force of your presence. It's not about being the loudest voice in the room, but about being the one who speaks with purpose when the time comes, and people listen because they know your words hold weight. To be a true alpha means to possess an unshakable confidence that doesn't need to announce itself. The world doesn't need to know every step you take, because your every step is a declaration of who you are. It's a statement without words. It's the way you carry yourself, the way you move through life with a sense of purpose, the way you make decisions without hesitation, knowing that each choice leads you closer to your destiny. It's about knowing that you are in control of your own narrative, and that nothing and no one can dictate who you are, what you can achieve, or where you're going. But what makes you a true alpha isn't just your presence, your strength, or your confidence. It's the depth of your inner fortitude, the kind of strength that comes not from pushing others down, but from lifting yourself up. It's about resilience, grit, and an unrelenting drive to be the best version of yourself, even when the odds are stacked against you. A true alpha understands that greatness isn't given to you on a silver platter. It's earned, and it's earned through blood, sweat, and tears. It's earned by showing up every single day, by pushing through the discomfort, by walking through the fire and emerging on the other side stronger, more refined, and more focused than ever. Being a true alpha means understanding the power of silence, the power of restraint. You don't need to fight every battle. You don't need to take every challenge head on, because a true alpha understands that sometimes the greatest strength lies in knowing when to hold back. It's not about proving yourself every single minute. It's about the quiet, steady confidence that doesn't need validation from anyone. When the world wants to make you prove yourself to them, a true alpha stands in silence, knowing that their value has already been proven by their actions, not their words. True alphas know the value of strength in humility. It's not about being the loudest or the most aggressive. It's about humility in victory, knowing that your strength isn't something to flaunt, but something to use wisely. A true alpha understands that true power lies not in dominating others, but in controlling oneself and using your influence to guide and uplift others when the opportunity arises. You understand that you don't need to tear others down to rise. You don't need to destroy what's around you to prove that you're strong. Your strength lies in the ability to stand tall in your own right while lifting others up alongside you. But make no mistake, being a true alpha isn't about avoiding conflict. Sometimes being a true alpha means stepping into the arena, facing your challenges head on, and fighting with everything you have, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's about standing your ground when others want to knock you down. It's about never backing down from what you believe in, from your purpose, from your destiny, even when the world around you seems to be telling you to quit. A true alpha fights not just for themselves, but for the greater good, for the vision of the world they want to create. Being a true alpha means taking full responsibility for your life and your actions. It's about understanding that your success, your failures, your challenges, and your triumphs are all yours to own. You don't blame others for your circumstances. You don't make excuses. A true alpha doesn't point fingers when things go wrong. They look at themselves, they look inward, and they find the strength to rise above the challenge, to find the solution within themselves. True alphas don't wait for opportunities. They create them. They don't sit back and wait for the world to hand them success. They go out into the world and take what's theirs. They create opportunities, they innovate, they take risks, and they aren't afraid to fail. Failure isn't something a true alpha fears. Failure is a lesson, a stepping stone to greatness. A true alpha understands that the road to success is paved with setbacks, but those setbacks are nothing but temporary roadblocks. They see every failure as a lesson, every rejection as a challenge, and every setback as fuel to keep pushing forward. A true alpha doesn't give up. They keep going, no matter what. But let's talk about vulnerability, because that's a part of what it means to be a true alpha too. Vulnerability is often mistaken for weakness. The truth is, being vulnerable doesn't make you weaker, it makes you human. A true alpha isn't afraid to show the world their flaws, their fears, or their struggles. They know that vulnerability is not a sign of defeat, but a testament to their strength. It takes real courage to face your weaknesses, to admit when you need help, and to be willing to grow from your challenges. It wasn't given to you on a silver platter, and it wasn't handed to you by the world's kindest hand. No, it was earned. It was snatched, clawed, and fought for. When they thought you were down, when they believed you were weak, when they laughed at your struggles, you were silently preparing. You were sharpening your mind, toughening your spirit, strengthening your resolve. You were preparing for the moment when they would no longer hold the strings, and you would be the one in control. You took the controller, and now they have no power left. You see, most people never get to this moment. They never reach the edge where they can feel the weight of the controller in their hands. They live their lives giving their power away, letting others dictate their path, making them slaves to someone else's will. They are comfortable in their mediocrity, satisfied with being told what to do, never questioning the decisions made for them. But not you. You decided you would not be a passive player in this world. You would not let life push you around, tell you who you were, or define what you could become. You didn't wait for permission. You didn't wait for the perfect time. You didn't wait for someone to tell you that you were ready. You made yourself ready. Every day you worked, every day you fought, every day you sacrificed, you made yourself into something they didn't see coming. Now, they stand on the sidelines, helpless, powerless. They know they can't take it back. They know you hold the controller, and they have no more moves left to play. The ones who once tried to tear you down, the ones who whispered behind your back, the ones who doubted you, who laughed at your ambition. They are the ones who now tremble in the wake of your rise, because they can see what you have become. They can see that you are no longer the version of yourself they used to dismiss. You are stronger, smarter, faster, sharper. You've taken everything they threw at you, every insult, every failure, every setback, and you've used it to fuel your ascent. And now they stand powerless in the shadow of your strength, watching as you take control of your own destiny. This is what they never understood. This is what they failed to see. Power isn't just about strength or money or status. It's about resilience. It's about the ability to keep going when everyone expects you to quit. It's about the will to fight on when the odds are stacked against you. It's about being able to take the worst that life can throw at you and turn it into your greatest weapon. It's about showing up every single day, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much you want to give up, because you know that your future is in your hands and no one else's. And now, because of that, you hold the control. There's something dangerous about someone who has nothing left to lose. The people who gave up on you, who underestimated you, they didn't know this. They thought they could push you to the edge and you would break. They thought they could force you to quit, but instead, they awakened something inside you. A fire that burns hotter with every challenge, every obstacle. The more they tried to keep you down, the stronger you became. The more they took from you, the more you realized that nothing they did could take away your will, your strength, your drive. Now, they are left standing in the ruins of their own disbelief. They didn't think you had it in you. They didn't think you could rise, but you did. You rose above them, above all the noise, above all the doubt, above all the limitations they tried to impose on you. You walked through the fire and now you are unscathed, unstoppable. You know that the only person who can control your fate is you. You are the one who decides whether you sink or swim. You are the one who chooses whether to stand up or stay down. And you made the choice. You chose to rise. They may have had the power at one point, but they never truly understood what power is. They mistook control for dominance. They thought that as long as they could make decisions for you, as long as they could make you feel small, they would hold the reins. But they never realized that true power isn't about dominance. True power isn't about having control over others. True power is having control over yourself. It's knowing who you are, what you want, and having the strength to go after it with everything you've got. And now, as you stand here, with the controller firmly in your grip, you realize something. They didn't have the power in the first place. They never did. They only had what you allowed them to have. They were never in control of your destiny. They were never in control of your future. That was always yours to shape. It was always up to you to decide how the story would unfold. And now, as the story reaches its climax, you are the one writing the ending. But don't think for a second that this is the end. This is only the beginning. The moment you take the controller, the moment you decide that you are no longer a passive observer in your own life, you open up a world of possibilities. The game has just begun. The challenges ahead will be even greater than the one you've faced. The obstacles will be harder. The opponents will be tougher. But now, you are ready. Now, you are armed with the knowledge that you are the one who decides what happens next. So, when the challenges come, when the critics rise, when the world tries to knock you down again, Remember this: you hold the control. You decide what happens next. No one can take that from you. No one can take away your power unless you let them. You are the one who defines your limits. You are the one who defines your success. And the only thing that can stop you now is you. The world will try to tell you that you don't belong. It will tell you that you're not good enough, that you're not strong enough, that you don't have what it takes. But you know better. You know that those are just the lies of the powerless, the ones who gave up long before you did. They may have had control once, but they squandered it. They didn't use it wisely. They didn't build anything that could stand the test of time. But you are different. You are building something that can't be taken down. You are building a legacy, a future, a life that cannot be erased. And now, as you hold the controller, you realize that you are the one who decides whether that legacy will be one of greatness or mediocrity. You are the one who chooses whether you rise or fall. And with every step, every decision, every move you make, you are choosing to rise. So let them watch. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them stare in awe as you continue to rise, as you continue to take control of your life. They had their chance, they had their time. But now, the power is in your hands. You took the control, and now they have no power left. You are unstoppable. You are relentless. You are in control. And no one can take that from you. Not now, not ever. In the end, you took the control, and with it, you claimed your power. The world may have tried to break you. The doubters may have tried to silence you, but you stood firm, you fought, and you rose. Now, the only thing left is to keep moving forward, to continue shaping your future, and to never let anyone take control of what is rightfully yours. The power is in your hands, and nothing can stop you. Keep pushing, keep rising, because you are unstoppable.